Okay. We are here. We are back. At the time you're hearing this, we just did another show. we,
That is how it goes these days.
we did buckets on the WNBA side, and now we're here covering EuroBasket because I'm talking about as many things as I possibly can. This will probably not be a short one, so timestamps will be there for people who miss it, but stay here live because you'll get it first, obviously, and live is always better. Joe Dellera is here. Follow the Cast That Podcast. Follow his work on Action Network, and also he does law shit. So if you need a lawyer.
Hopefully you don't need me. I'll tell you that.
what if can you reveal what affairs you cover? Or
yeah, I mean, you could look it up. It's public. So but yeah, look me up. That's fine. We can do that.
yeah. If you're in the New Jersey area for any reason at all, close to Pennsylvania. It's all public record. Okay. EuroBasket's here. It starts Wednesday morning. Really early Wednesday morning. We will have roster evaluations. We will have explanations on brackets and how we think things are going to go, and predictions and odds and picks and just analysis and all the things. So let's get right into it. We'll actually start going. We'll look at the rosters first before we get into the groups of that nature. Let's actually lay out the field a little bit. Okay, so we'll in alphabetical order, courtesy of Basket News, because they actually do probably the best job of compiling these rosters.
Yeah.
And are one of the only outlets who can cover this actually reasonably well, compared to a lot of others who will just be flailing and trying to figure out what's going on. But it is what it is. Welcome all. As I recommend for people, like the FIBA stuff is cool. They just need to FIBA themselves needs to just market it better. But I guess I'm kind of helping them with that, even though they're not paying me. They should be. Okay, let's do this. That's a joke, by the way, FIBA. Don't get pissed off at me. Well, yeah, that'd be great. Belgium. We're going in alphabetical order. We won't spend too much time on Belgium, admittedly, but Belgium's roster is here. Not a single NBA player here. Not one. One of the weaker teams in this tournament. We'll get to them a little bit later, but that's that on that. We're going to move quickly to Bosnia for this reason. Jusuf Nurkic is on the team. Joe, have you seen this?
For Bosnia?
Yes. The Bosnia head coach called Jusuf Nurkic fat.
Incredible.
Called him out for not being in shape. So he said Bosnia and Herzegovina's prep games for the EuroBasket are going from bad to worse. This is the lead sentence of Basket News. The national team suffered a convincing 102-90 defeat to Montenegro. Now, to be fair, Montenegro, pretty good team. No Kendrick Perry, Joe, by the way.
Oh, wow. That's a shame.
Kyle Allman is the naturalized player now, former Miami Heat summer leaguer.
Dude. Summer leaguer.
Kyle Allman's not a bad player. I think he'll actually do well. They have Nikola Vucevic. We'll get to that. But anyway, so Bosnia 120-90, they lose this game to Montenegro. This is the quote right here. This is the quote. Jusuf Nurkic is out of shape and can barely run.
That's a crazy thing to even say.
Europe, they don't care, bro.
No, they really don't. They'll say anything.
They're old school, tell it like it is. And then their naturalized player, Xavier Castaneda, is not training. He only played 5-on-5 2 days ago. All that needs to be integrated into a team that has played together for 2 years.
It's respect, honestly.
We have to better prepare for games. We missed 18 free throws against Serbia. Montenegro is also a very good team.
Yeah.
And I hope we will be able to convince the players to understand what the problems are. That's the money quote. So Jusuf Nurkic not in great shape, but otherwise Bosnia doesn't have the best roster here. We can move along. Cyprus is one of the 4 hosts. This tournament's being hosted by Cyprus. The tournament's being hosted by Poland, Finland, and Latvia. 4 groups of 6 teams. Each of those teams I just mentioned are going to be hosting their group. And then from there, we'll work our way down. But it starts off with 24 teams. We'll get to 16 teams after that. and get to the knockout stage single elimination. In group play, the way it works is, I probably should have said all this at the top, but we're still near the top. It's 5 minutes in. Group play, the way it works is you have 4 groups of 6. The top 4 teams advance. The bottom 2 teams get eliminated, and you have 16 teams, and then it's just knockout stage from there. Best teams play worst teams, and then you go and you go and you go, and then eventually gold medal game, bronze medal game, September 14th during week 2 of the NFL season. But a lot of people watching basketball in Europe, they might not care about the NFL.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you, honestly. I'd rather watch a EuroBasket anyway.
Yeah.
So Cyprus, one of the hosts, not expecting a ton, but they're hosting the tournament. And I'm curious to see what that crowd is like. I don't believe they've ever hosted this. I'm pretty sure they haven't. So
I don't think so either.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch. Chechnya, Vit Krejci from the Atlanta Hawks.
Honestly, 3-point sniper. So we have bet on him. We have won on him every time we saw that over 8.5 points. Love it. Love it. I don't think we're going to be seeing 8.5 for him in this tournament, though.
Yeah. Missing Tomas Satoransky. Not on this team. That's unfortunate. But Jesus, somebody just sped in my neighborhood. There's only but so much you can block out in New York City. Chechnya, so they've had some success, actually. Like, they played in the Olympics 4 years ago. They finished 6th or 7th in the World Cup. No, that was Team USA. 6th or 8th in the World Cup in 2019. So this program actually has some fairly recent pedigree of being successful, but we'll see what they sort of provide in this tournament. Moving along, Estonia, they're going to play Serbia right off the bat, and then you guys will see a big difference in skill set. Not a roster that's going to scare a lot of teams, one of the weaker teams in this tournament as well. But listen, if you make it to EuroBasket, you're a good team. You're a good team. But This is the best of the best at Europe. This is the top 24. Estonia is just going to have a tough time. We'll get to why later when we talk about the groups. We're just going through the rosters quickly. Finland, your boy Lauri Markkanen.
Dude, he's been balling.
I mean, Lauri Markkanen, Alexander Matson, who's going to play in Spain this year. There's some good, like some interesting players on this team. I don't know how far Finland's going to go. They are one of the hosts, and that crowd's going to be very into it. And they have a all-star caliber NBA player. And Mikhail Jantunin also is worth a highlight. He's literally highlighted here, but it's also worth highlighting. Miro Little as well, actually, who's in college right now. So it'll be great exposure for him as well. France. Joe, do you want to save your French thoughts?
I will save
get into this now a little bit.
Let's save it for when we talk about the group, but missing a lot of names. Missing a lot of names.
Yeah. Now you have some. Yeah, Bilal Koulibaly, the team
The captain, dude.
The captain Gershon Yabusele, New York Knicks, Zachary Risache, Alex Sarr, like some very, very, very talented young players, and Gershon Yabusele, who's a talented veteran. Aside from that, no Rudy Gobert, no Victor Wembanyama, obviously, getting over the blood clot situation.
Yeah.
No Frank Ntilikina, but you do have Isaiah Cordonier, who's had some real high level experience. Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot, former NBA player, Theo Maledon, former NBA player, Elia Cobo, former NBA player. All these guys are playing in EuroLeague, so this is still a really good team, but we'll see how they match up with the rest of the tournament. Georgia, 2 NBA players on this team, and a former one.
That's true.
Shengelia. Also, Goga Bitadze is here.
Goga's awesome in this format. He's so good, and honestly, Sandro's great too. Just a bucket. Absolute bucket. So they can be a little feisty.
Mamu from the Raptors, he's bounced around a little bit. Georgia's an interesting team to sort of monitor. But yeah, Goga Bitadze is one of these dudes, like maybe rebounds later if Georgia can get far enough in the tournament, but we'll see about that. Germany, second favorite in this tournament after a team we'll get to later. We have Isaac Bonga. We have Tristan da Silva making his debut for the national team in EuroBasket. Oscar da Silva, and obviously Dennis Schroeder, Franz Wagner. They drive this bus. Mo Wagner's recovering from injury, but Germany's so good, man.
Don't leave out our favorite guy to bet on here.
Voigtman.
We got Voigtman and we got Obst, dude.
Yes, Obst. That's right. Yes.
Obst and Voigtman. I will tell you guys right now, if you can bet over 1.5 threes on him at literally any game, it's an auto bet. I don't care who they're playing, what the situation is, he's hitting that line.
Yeah, Daniel Tice is here. Mauro Lowe, who he played at Columbia.
I think so.
He was good in college. Interesting that he's a free agent right now. He's a damn good player. I'm surprised at that. As a matter of fact, but he was really good at Columbia. I know this because he graduated basically the same time I did. Germany's really, really good. Great Britain is not, unfortunately.
They're bad.
It's going to be them and Sweden in their group to see who can beat each other, and then from there we'll see what happens. Ben Mockford, who I went to college with, is not on this team, but used to play on their national team. Isn't on their roster right here. Greece is basically Giannis and friends now at this point.
Giannis and brothers, honestly.
Kostas Antetokounmpo, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, Kostas Papanikolaou.
I mean, it's literally 2 teams. That's it. Like it's Olympiacos and Panathinaikos. Panathinaikos. Yeah, that's it. That's all we got. And
two of the best teams in Europe.
So like it makes sense that they're solid. And Giannis does kind of have the style of play that would go well in EuroBasket as well.
Yeah. I wonder how they're going to be guarded. Going through the rosters real quick. Iceland. I want to highlight one name here. Speaking of my time at St. Francis, Martin Hermanson played at LIU, our rival school at the time when we had a basketball program, RIP, and used to I'm not going to say I have PTSD from him because that's a little strong, but he is really turned himself into a good international player overseas in Europe, playing for Alba Berlin, which is a good team in Germany historically. So Israel, might get to them a little bit later. They have Denny Advija. We'll talk about them. That's that on that. Italy, we have Simone Fontecchio, Danilo Gallinari, a BSN champion in Puerto Rico, also at Finals MVP in PR. Coming off that, Simone Fontecchio with the Miami Heat now is the only active NBA player on the Italian roster, an Italian roster that has not been as good in these competitions as of late. Nicolo Melli as well. Latvia, Kristaps Porzingis, and my guy, Arturs Zagars is back, baby.
Dog. You guys know it's kind of like fucked up that we know all these. We know all these guys, not even from always following the leagues, but from doing so many of these international competitions. How many shows have we done about international competitions over the past? It's now been, we've been doing this we've been doing shows for at least like 4 years, maybe even 5. So it's been a lot of shows for us.
Yeah, it's because there was the World Cup a couple years ago, and obviously the Olympics were just cocaine-y last year.
Oh my God, they were. My kid was up at 3 a.m, and so was I, to just watch the fucking Olympics. It was awesome.
I miss the Olympics so much. It was such a financially good time.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, the Olympics will be here in the States in 2028. I'm planning on getting a credential. We'll see what happens.
I'm like trying to get there.
Davis Bertans, Darius Bertans are also back. And also Arturs Kuruks, brother of Rodions Kuruks, former Brooklyn Net, on the team. Lithuania.
Porzingis too.
Yeah, and Porzingis he's the head of the snake. Lithuania. Jonas Valanciunas is here. Domantas Sabonis is not again. Jonas Valanciunas hasn't always reportedly seen eye to eye with the federation here. Lithuania is a good team. They have size. They're going to rebound like hell. And Jonas Valanciunas will be the leader of that. Montenegro, as mentioned, Kyle Allman is here, not Kendrick Perry. Nikola Vucevic is here. And then if you've been following Montenegro at all, you have a lot of familiar names. Marko Simonovic, for example. Vladimir Mihailovic, for example. I think Montenegro is going to be a team that could get into the knockout stage. We'll see how that goes. And a lot of guys who play professionally for Buduknos, who's a team who qualifies for the Euro Cup usually. So I think they'll be back there this year as well. So you got some guys in Serbia as well. Serbia is a good league. Poland finished 4th in the last EuroBasket tournament. I want to say it was. Let me just make sure it wasn't the one before. But Poland's another team that finished in the top 8 in the World Cup in 2019. Say that again?
I said I'll check while you go through these rosters.
Yeah. I think they finished 4th when Germany got that bronze medal. I think Germany beat them specifically in that game.
They did.
Yeah, it was Poland. So Poland's good. Jordan Lloyd is going to be playing on this team, by the way. They used to have AJ Slaughter. Moving on, you have in Portugal, Neemias Queta, Boston Celtic.
Might start for them.
Might have to start for them. I was gonna say. Portugal, supposedly a beautiful country. I haven't been, but I'd like to. That may be in the plans before the decade's over. Keita's gonna have his hands full leading this team, but you have some players that do play in Spain. So that's good. Serbia, these are the betting favorites. We'll get to them obviously at great length. Nikola Jokic, Nikola Jovic, Nikola Milutinov, Vasily Micic, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Marko Guduric, Tristan Vukovic, Filip Petrusev. Like, this team is just loaded. Stefan Jovic also. This team is loaded, bro. Loaded. Like, they're almost even money.
I mean, like, they've been awesome. They've been awesome. And Jokic is just a cheat code who's somehow even better, I think, in EuroBasket because of the rules.
And the guys know how to play around him. They're going to be so much fun to watch. I can't wait to talk about it. We'll get to the brackets just very, very, very shortly. Slovenia, Luka Doncic and friends. The friends include Klemen Prepelic, who I like. He's going to be playing in EuroLeague for Dubai. Don't ask questions. That's just how it works. Dubai gets a team in EuroLeague. Spain, who won last EuroBasket. So these are defending champions. You have Santi Aldama, Juancho Hernan Gomez, Willie Hernan Gomez are going to be the sort of faces of this team, so to speak. Talented roster. We'll see what they can give us. Spain hasn't been as good in some of these international competitions as of late.
Yeah.
If you watch the Olympics, you know this. They won the 2019 World Cup. Did not do as well in the 2023 World Cup, though. So hasn't been the same since they won EuroBasket. Finishing off here, Sweden, it's Pelle Larsson plus Pelle Larsson, Miami Heat, sophomore this season. Turkey, one of the more talented teams in this entire tournament. We'll get to them probably extensively. Shane Larkin, Jetty Osman, Alperen Şengün, best player on the team. Omer Yurtseven.
Dude, we bet him a lot. We have bet on him a lot, man.
Turkey's going to be a problem if they can gel together. Furkan Korkmaz, sounds like I'm saying a curse there, and Adem Korkmaz, former Sixer legend, some might say. So,
didn't he demand a trade at some point?
Yes, he did.
That was unbelievable.
Oh God. Okay, let's do it. 20 minutes in, group by group. Let's go. Let's see. Actually, should we look at the rankings first, or should we look at the tournament first?
Let's look at the overall odds, I think, and then we can take it. Or do you want, unless you want to do it by group? I feel like by group kind of makes.
Let's go group by group. Let's go group by group. Let's go group
Yeah.
by group first, and then we can get to odds and rankings. Okay, Group A. Wikipedia is the best interface for this, and Wikipedia is the reason that all of you graduated college, if you did graduate college, and definitely high school. Okay, so I don't want to hear shit about Wikipedia. Anyway, Latvia is hosting this bracket. This is Group A. And by the way, also, every team is going to get minimum 5 games in this tournament. Every team. Okay, so whoever you want to see, you'll see them for minimum 5 games if they're healthy.
And the most games is what? 8?
Like 8, yeah. No, 9 actually.
Yeah,
round of 16, 8, 4. Yeah,
that's primarily important for like some of these bets on like overall scoring leader, rebound leader, whatever. Like we can talk about it a little bit more. But
no, it's great. It's a great point.
You know, it's like some of these teams are going to get more games than others. So like Giannis or Luka, for example. They are very much like one-man shows. So a lot of times you have to weigh, like, is 5 games of Giannis scoring 40 like enough points for him to outlast somebody like playing 9 games? So definitely something to kind of keep an eye on.
Group A, Latvia is hosting. In the group, Serbia, Turkey, who FIBA slickly put as the last game in or to play on the last day of this group play.
Yeah.
That could be for the group. We'll see how the group shakes out. So Latvia, Turkey, Serbia, Chechnya, Estonia, Portugal. I'm here to tell you right now, the teams you'd expect to move on start at Serbia, continue to Turkey, and then go to Latvia. And then from there, we'll see probably Chechnya. But this is an interesting group. What are your thoughts generally on Group A?
I mean, Serbia should roll, but at the same time, Latvia and Turkey are both interesting, specifically because they have like someone that is an NBA caliber talent that you can throw at Jokic. And I think that that is the most important thing about this group. Do I think that they will be able to stop him? No. But I am interested to see the Jokic Şengün matchup in particular on an international stage with some different rules. I think that's going to be a fun one to keep an eye on. So I think those are the best 2 teams. Porzingis magically healthy from like whatever fucking thing was making him sick, like all like I don't
bug or whatever.
I don't know, but he's looked awesome in some of these preliminary games. So this is a really good group. I think the key game will be Latvia, Turkey. That's the game that I think is going to matter the most in terms of where these teams are seated, and then ultimately how important that Turkey-Serbia game is.
That's interesting because that's the first game that they play.
Yep.
They play each other on Wednesday. And it's a good point because the head-to-head matters in terms of tie-breaking, as is point differential. Also, you don't want to start off 0-1.
Latvia -2.5. Also, they're the home team.
They're the home team, yes.
So I think that's actually like a pretty notable edge to start an international tournament, being the home team. I don't know. Do you think that the -2.5 is counting the fact that they're a home team?
Yes, because I actually think Turkey is a better team, but Turkey also doesn't think this team hasn't been together very long. They don't have a ton of experience being together. They didn't even qualify for a World Cup recently. You know what I mean? Like this is a team who they have to kind of prove it on an international stage. It's like Canada, what Canada's gone through over here in this part of the world, where Canada's had this talent for a long time, but they had an Olympic qualifying tournament in Canada in 2021 and didn't even make it to the final. You know, and that was with RJ Barrett and Andrew Wiggins, like a legit team. Kelly Olynyk may have been on that team, but like they just got to, now they've turned the corner, got the bronze medal in the World Cup, got to the quarterfinals in the Olympics. So Turkey kind of has to prove it. So as talented as they are, it's going to be tough for them to just go in and despite their talent, like, all of a sudden they're going to medal, you know?
Yeah. And Latvia, a lot of 3-point shooting talent on that team.
Playmaking too.
Turkey is going to be a team that might be a little behind the 8 ball in that regard. I think you're going to get a little bit more that from like Şengün facilitating. I think that their strength is a little bit more on the interior as opposed to with Latvia. I think you have more 3-point shooting, a little bit more perimeter scoring. So definitely something to keep an eye on. But overall, I think Turkey is better. I think it's a little bit more about the matchup, the moment, and getting home court, I think, is kind of important here.
And I worry about Turkey in terms of how they're going to defend, because Porzingis, we know, is going to stretch his defense. Like he's going to be doing it from like 30 feet out.
And you probably got to put Bona like on him, I guess. Yeah. It's like it's fucking barbecue chicken.
Yeah, and then Zagors is playmaking, and it's not just him, but he's the one that he gets my attention, obviously.
Yeah, and I mean,
and you have with Turkey, you have Şengün and Omer Yurtseven are both not plus defenders.
No.
Despite being on, they're going to be the 5s. They're not plus defenders. So that's going to be something that they could attack. And I think it's something that Serbia especially could exploit. Like I could see Serbia being a nightmare matchup for them, but then you could flip that and be like, yo, Turkey has like, there's a level of like they have talent, they have depth, like they have things that could bother Serbia maybe. And a lot of these games are just going to come down to who's shooting better as well. Like it might just be that simple. So but I do think Turkey's better. It's how are they going to gel and how does the home court matter? So that's a fascinating first game. We have a comment here. Thank you to Axilius. Says Turkey is better than Latvia for sure. We're in agreement. I'm staying away from that number though, Joe. I don't think I'm touching it.
The -2.5. No, I'm probably gonna find some props in that game.
Yeah. I'll be looking at rebounds.
I'm gonna be looking at rebounds. I'm gonna be looking at the Bertans, brother.
Yeah. I'll look at rebounds for guys on Turkey. I'll be looking at threes for guys on Latvia.
Yeah, like Porzingis threes could be the hot money.
Yeah. So you got also Serbia and Turkey at the end. So Turkey has all their not easier games, but like they have their toughest games bookended, right? They have one at the top, one at the bottom, and then in between, it's going to be tough. Like you have Chechnya. That's a game that, look, if you lose to Latvia and you lose to Chechnya, that could be tough. And, you need to win usually at least 2 games.
Zone.
You want to win at least 2 games, but if you're a team like Turkey who has bigger aspirations, you want to do just more than that. Serbia could very well sweep this group. Latvia, I think, could do very well. Latvia, by the way, speaking of good finishes, 2 years ago, they went deep into the World Cup. They finished, I think they technically finished 5th, but they got to the knockout stage, the quarterfinal. And that was when people fell in love with Zagors before, obviously, his big injury. Yeah. So that group is going to be interesting. We'll get to how this could play out as far as the knockout stage goes. I do think Estonia and Portugal they have the uphill battle here. Like they're the 2 teams where I'm like, I'm not sure they're going to advance. Estonia especially, and Serbia is getting them first, and I think that could be pretty nasty, but we'll see.
They're 32.5 point favorites.
Oh Jesus!
Just so you know, and point differential matters. So
yes, and some of these
that's going to be a shellacking, honestly.
Yes, some of these spreads have been covered in other games, like Puerto Rico had a 25.5 point spread against Panama, and they covered that. South Sudan, I forget what their spread was in a game that they played, but they beat somebody by 62. South Sudan was 1-2 in group play in EuroBasket and had the best point differential in that group play round because they had a win by 60 plus, but they ended up losing before the quarterfinals anyway. Group B, this is a interesting group. Germany, bronze medal, last EuroBasket. Finland, Great Britain, Lithuania, Sweden, Montenegro. Finland hosting. What stands out to you here?
I think that there are 4 teams that should advance, being Germany, Lithuania, Montenegro, and Finland. I think is the other team that I would kind of look at, just especially being the host team. Lauri Markkanen has been playing out of his fucking mind. I don't think that those numbers are going to I don't think you can totally replicate that. It also is even more hilarious how bad the Jazz have been with the way that he's been playing, like in some of these qualifying games. Germany is like one of the classes of the international
world
right now. Yeah,
yes,
like they are really, really good. They have a interesting situation because their last game is against they have an easier schedule, like kind of down the stretch. Like they get their tougher game, I think, like kind of out of the way first. Like they play Montenegro early, then they play Lithuania next, and then I think that after that,
Sweden in between that.
Sweden in between that too. Yeah, so I'm not like as concerned about Germany in this bracket. I think they will get out just fine. I'm not really interested in betting anybody else to win this particular group. I don't know about you.
That's an interesting. I'm not going to be the guy who fades Germany all of a sudden. Like,
because I think the problem is. Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but
no, you're good.
I think in this group, there are other teams that could push Germany. The problem is like none of them is distinctly better than the rest of them, in my opinion. So like they could just as easily beat Germany and then lose the next game to like a random team, and then you're fucked. on the win the group part.
Yeah, like I don't know if Germany's going to sweep. Germany, by the way, swept the World Cup in 2023. They went 8-0. Obviously, the only team to do that because they won the whole damn thing. And they did it against Serbia. Serbia without Nikola Jokic, but Serbia. Yeah. Now, Germany is on a tear right now. So they went, and in last EuroBasket, since they put this team together, and it's just, the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's a lot of the same nucleus. Like it starts with Schroeder and Franz Wagner, but we talked about Obst, we talked about Voigtman, like Lowe, Isaac Bonga. It's a lot of that same infrastructure. Bronze in 2022 EuroBasket, gold in the World Cup in 2023, despite having the 8th shortest odds to win that. Like they were projected to like barely get into the quarterfinal. They ended up winning the whole thing. And then they made it to the Olympics, and they made it to the bronze medal game in the Olympics. They lost to Serbia. They could have medaled in the Olympics. It was a very, 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 very tough Olympic field. But Germany is so good right now. I love them to potentially win the group. Obviously, you're not going to get a good number with that, so it's not even
minus 400.
Yeah, it's not even worth. Parlay it. You could parlay it. We could talk about that. But other than that, like I agree. Like to me, this should be. These things don't always go as they should. Team USA just lost to Uruguay. Okay, Team USA just lost to Uruguay in the America Cup. I don't give a shit that it's G Leaguers for the most part. Team USA has lost to Cuba, Mexico twice, all in the last few years. Uruguay now, Canada obviously in the World Cup. I'm missing Germany. I'm missing somebody else who they should have beaten from the Americas. Puerto Rico nearly beat them. Argentina beat them. It's just all these different things. South Sudan was like, and that was their good team, right? So things happen. That being said, I don't know if Great Britain's going to win the game.
They are. Would you like to know? They are 200-1 to win the group. They are plus 650 to qualify. So that's basically saying they need to win like a game. Like
if you're Great Britain or you're Sweden, you have to beat the other one to have a chance at moving on.
Yeah,
have to. Like they are looking at each other like we have to beat y'all at the very
so it's I lied. You really have to win 2 games, and it's got to be against the other one, and then it's got to be like
you got to upset somebody. Finland, Montenegro, maybe Lithuania. Like it might not be Germany, but that's what it is. And now that can happen, right?
But also the price is stupid. Like like you're gonna get a way better. This is probably a better conversation, right? Like you're gonna get a way better number on Great Britain money line against like anybody.
Just anybody. And the thing is too, if I'm looking at like the Sweden game, I'm more confident in Sweden just because they have Pelle Larsson, who could feast in this format, and I don't know if he's going to be full one-man show, but like Sweden doesn't have much else.
No.
So, and I honestly, I think they'll be favored that game, but we'll see. That's going to be a key game for them. And then for whoever wins that game, they play each other third. Whoever wins that third game between Sweden and the United Kingdom, Great Britain, they'll have to win one more. Maybe not have to. It depends on how the group shakes out, but they'll likely have to win at least one more game. And they'll have to upset somebody in order to advance. Now, for Sweden, they play Finland at Finland early in that first game. And like that's one that's like not crazy. What's the line for that actually? Do you have the
which one?
Finland Sweden line for the first day? That's going to be Wednesday.
I do. What do you think it's more or less than double digits?
Less.
Sweden, no. Finland is minus 11.5.
I was gonna say 9.5. Damn.
Yeah, 11.5.
If we play guess the line,
Finland's home. Finland's home.
So it's funny. I think neutral site. This is probably like 8.5.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, and Laurie's just been fucking insane lately.
Pelle Larsson's over under for that game is intriguing to me.
It's probably gonna be the total's 166. I don't know. I would say it's gonna be like
20.
17.5 maybe.
Would it even be 20? I could see.
I think like 17.5.
If it's 17.5, I might take it over. Yeah. So we think Germany moves on. We think it's Germany, Lithuania, Montenegro, Finland in some order, maybe not necessarily that order, but could be. But we'll see what happens there. Okay, Group C. Group C is being hosted by Cyprus. In this group, Spain, Greece, who can't get enough of each other. They share the same group in the Olympics as well.
Always.
Italy, who hasn't medaled in a long time in this tournament. Georgia, Bosnia, Cyprus hosting. Okay. Takeaways from Group 3 right off the bat. What are they?
So, I mean, like Giannis should absolutely cook in literally every game that he's in. I think Italy is kind of sneaky here. Like
I agree with that.
They always tend to like underwhelm a little bit, but I think that Greece is overvalued because of Giannis. And I have like some concerns about that. To win the group, here you have I'm trying to find the best number real quick. The best number for Italy is plus 360. And
what's give me the
Greece is minus 120, Spain plus 260, Italy plus 360. Everybody else is at least 30-1.
So this is the group where I'm intrigued by not the favorite.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued by both Spain and Italy. As a matter of fact, I don't think it's going to be anyone else.
No, and I think if you look at the schedule is kind of interesting too in this group, right? Because you have Spain versus Greece at the end. You have Italy against Greece to start. That's the first game.
Spain, Greece at the end, yeah. And look, that could be for the group, you know.
Yeah,
he was doing that on purpose.
I don't know it's kind of like hit or miss in a way. Like I almost would rather bet in this instance. I'd almost rather have the Spain game, like Spain versus Greece later, because like you hate, you know why? I think you kind of hate to say it, right? But Spain's a little bit deeper. If any, God forbid, anything happens to Giannis, like Greece is so bad. Like they are so cooked.
They're in trouble.
They'd be like bad. Granted, like I think that, you know, Greece should be able to win, but I'm intrigued at the price for Italy. Like Greece is not a team that is going to go out there and just run the table in this tournament. Like I don't think that they're really capable of doing so.
I mean, with Giannis, they have a shot. Without him,
but like they're not going to go. So. I don't think they'd go 8-0. Like I would really, I think I would really struggle to see them like.
I don't know if anyone's going to be undefeated in this, but that'd be an interesting bet if that's available. Team to go anyone to go undefeated. That should be a market actually. I wonder what the number would be. So with Greece, I think Greece and Spain are comfortably the top two teams in this group, but Italy's like right there. Italy's, as I mentioned, been struggling a little bit international play to some degree.
They shoot a lot of threes.
So let's talk about this. Italy was 8th in the World Cup in 2023. Now, there's a little bit of fluff into that. I don't think they played like that well. And I think even when they played against Puerto Rico and beat them, Puerto Rico just missed a ton of shots that they've made otherwise, that they made against like South Sudan, for example, that they made against the Dominican Republic, and they just missed a ton of like open looks. I didn't think they were like appreciably like impressive in that game. Italy, I think they defended pretty well, but I didn't think it was all that. So they finished. They were 8th and they were 4-4 in the tournament. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, oh, they finished 8th and they were awesome. you know. So I think with that, that's the World Cup. The Olympics, they haven't qualified since 2020. When they did, they got to the quarterfinal. They ended up losing. The 2020 field doesn't compare to 2024. In 2024, they didn't even get to the final game in their Olympic qualifying tournament because they lost to Puerto Rico before the final, where Puerto Rico beat Lithuania. Wonder why I remember that one so well. And then as far as EuroBasket goes with the Italian national team, as I mentioned, they haven't medaled in a while. Can you guess the year, Joe? Put you on the spot. Can you guess the year the last time Italy medaled in EuroBasket?
It's got to be a while. I'm going to say like
odd number, by the way, because these typically have been odd numbers.
I'm going to say early 2000s, like 2000. It wouldn't have been, was it one? No. 3?
2003. You got it.
That's impressive. That's good by me. that came out there, you know. I was like, I just know it's not been recent.
2003,
Wow.
which was in Sweden actually. So they got the bronze medal in the EuroBasket 2003. The winners of this, by the way, you'll appreciate this. The winner of the whole thing was Lithuania. The MVP. Do you remember Saras Yasik? This name always kicks my ass. Always. Yasikevich. I can't do it.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, he played in Maryland. He played in Maryland in the 90s, and he played overseas for a while, but he had like a cup of coffee with like the Pacers and I think the Warriors also. All tournament team included Tony Parker, Andre Kirilenko, Pau Gasol.
Oh man, what a legendary group.
Yeah. Italy, by the way. So the reason I bring this up is they got bronze that year. It's 22 years ago. It's the last time they medaled. They got 8th in 2022. They haven't been better than 6th since 2003. Before 2003, though, they got gold in 99, silver in 97, silver in 91, 85, and like in the 80s, they got bronze, gold. Like this is a team that is used to more success than they've had recently. And in soccer, actually, they haven't been like in soccer, they've taken a little bit of a hit as well, famously not qualifying for a World Cup not that long ago. So I think with Italy, we'll see what they can do. I do think like Greece has the best player in this group comfortably. I think they're better than Italy. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat Spain. I still feel like Spain, I know they just won EuroBasket. I still feel like talent-wise, it's a down period compared to how good they've been on these international competitions.
They're just so well coached is the thing, I think.
Yes. Both Hernan Gomez, as we mentioned, and Santi Aldama. So we'll see. I think Spain and Greece might be playing for group at the end, but Italy's live, man. Italy's live, and then from there, Bosnia could be a train wreck waiting to happen. So, what's the line for Cyprus Bosnia before we move on? That first game.
Do you want to take a gander? Here's the better question: do you want to take a gander whether or not they're offering the money line?
Are they not?
They're not. They are not. It is 26.5.
I'm interested in Cyprus potentially pulling off that upset at home against a team that seems to be out of whack.
When you say upset, do you mean like to win the game, or are you saying to cover the
game to just win outright? I do think the fourth team here should be Georgia, but we'll see. Georgia, but we'll see.
They are offering, you know what? They're offering a first half money line at plus 1,000.
Bosnia talent-wise should actually be good enough to move on, but like ultimately, it's just the red flags coming out of there. Like we'll see. And Cyprus, Cyprus is here. They're gonna have an interesting time, but it's an uphill climb for them. Okay, Group D. We will end here. Well, we're not going to end the whole thing here. We have other stuff to get to. We're just taking a while because we love this shit and we're sickos, and this is what we do. Okay, Group D. You have Iceland, you have France, you have Slovenia, you have Poland, you have Belgium, and you have Israel.
Are they in
Joe? We won't spend a lot of time on this. But before we talk about this group, I just have a question. And it's not the question everyone seems to be asking online, because they're like, how is Israel competing in this if they're not in Europe? And it's like, yeah, with them in Turkey, they compete in European competitions.
Yeah.
There's a reason to ask that question as to why they're playing in this competition. And all I'm saying is, FIBA banned Russia. They would have been in this tournament otherwise because they technically be good enough to compete. But FIBA banned Russia because of the invasion of Ukraine. FIBA also banned, I think, Belarus, who's their top ally. I'm not mistaken.
I think they might have. Yeah.
It's either Belarus or Bulgaria, one of the other two. I don't want to mess that up. But regardless, they did. Honestly, that team probably wouldn't have qualified for this anyway.
Yeah, they're ass.
They ban Russia. Russia can't play. Why is Israel allowed to play? Like, I mean,
a lot of shit going on right now.
Like, are we sure? Like, this is what we should be doing here, but I digress.
There's no FIBA goes, well, we are done taking political stances. So they're just gonna go with it.
There's a lot there. I have a feeling I know the answer and I don't like it. I'm not gonna say it because it's a lot, but all I'm saying is I don't know how you can make that distinction where one is worse than the other given the circumstances. But regardless, Israel's in this tournament, and I think it's entirely probable that, okay, Poland's hosting this. We'll see. Are they going to get booed in every single game that they play in this tournament or not? Okay.
It's possible.
As far as the actual basketball piece of this, France, silver medalists, flopped in the World Cup. This team might not even be better than that one. No Gobert, no Batum, no Wembanyama, no Frank Ntilikina. They have a lot of other guys, not those guys. Younger team too, at least in terms of talent. Slovenia, Luka Doncic, they have the best player in this ordeal here. Poland, the host. Poland, good internationally. As mentioned, their record of 4th in EuroBasket last time in 2022. You also have Belgium, Iceland, and Israel. I can comfortably tell you, I think France, Slovenia, Poland advance. And then from there, it's between Iceland, Belgium, and Israel. So, thoughts on Group D?
I think France is like not that good.
But when you say not that good, like, do you mean not good enough to win the whole thing, not good enough to advance?
I definitely don't think they can win the whole thing. This is just not the France team that I think people think is the France team. There's no Embiid, no Gobert. Arguably, your best player is Yabusele. Is it Risache? Is it Sar? Like who? Like
Bali?
Like you just have the fucking Wizards. Like if your best players are the Wizards, that is not good. That is just not good.
Gershon's the captain. He's going to be the leader. In terms of the best player, it maybe is one of the other three guys. I don't know what to expect from them in this. By the way, I really like all 4 of them dudes. Just from Alex Sarr, I think is going to be good once he figures some stuff out. He's still very raw, but we'll see. Zachary Risache showed me some more tools last year that I thought he would. And then Bilal Coulibaly, I'm in on. Like, I think he's going to be good, legit. And Gershon Yabusele is a guy that I was at the end of the season. I'm like, this is who the Knicks should sign. And then they signed him. I think he's going to be great for the Knicks as a rotation player.
I think that you have to look at this, and honestly, the second best player in this group is probably Deni Avdija. Like genuinely.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to say no, but so the problem is one of the other people would have to be Gershon Yabusele, which that's a hard sell, or one of the young guys who all have higher ceilings. But it's like, are they higher ceilings
right
today?
Now? Yeah.
You know, for the purposes of the next 2-3 weeks of basketball.
Yeah, like I don't know. So that's
if I look at Poland's roster, second best player ain't coming from there. So
no. So like I think that Luka is far and away the best player in this.
Yes.
In this group. I think Slovenia is priced horribly to win the group. Like I don't think France is minus 310. Do you think that France should be minus 310 here? Like Slovenia is plus. I think there's a plus 300 out there. Poland is 22-1. Israel is 22-1. To me, like
really,
yeah.
Wait,
like,
wait. Run that back. France is minus 310.
France minus 310. Slovenia is plus like 250, plus 300.
Okay.
Poland and Israel both 22-1 to win the group. Like I think that I think if you could build a not France position, that is ideal. Like if you could just say it's not going to be France. Poland, there's actually a 27-1 for Israel I'm seeing, and then I'm going to see if there's another lineup here while we're talking. But like I just don't think that this is priced properly. Like I think that France is severely overvalued.
There's no way I'm taking a long shot on Israel. Like one because they're not going to win this group. Two, just on principle, like absolutely not.
But like I bet I personally bet Slovenia. Like I think that they can win the group.
I think it has to be France or Slovenia. Has to be.
Yeah, like I'm more confident that Slovenia would only maybe lose one game.
I think Poland advances.
Oh yeah, I think those.
What's Belgium and Iceland? Out of curiosity, they're on paper they're the weakest two teams.
I mean, they're 100-1, or there's 150-1 and 250-1 on Iceland.
Yeah, it's probably good. Poland could finish fourth. So the key games here are France Slovenia. France Slovenia is the second. That's interesting scheduling. Second game here. So that's going to be August 30th. That's going to be Saturday. Why would you put that on a Saturday? God damn it.
And like the line in Poland, Slovenia is Slovenia 4.5.
Why do they do this? The second day of games are this is key. Iceland, Belgium. It's the same thing we were talking about with Sweden and Great Britain, where the winner of this, like that's their shot.
Also,
otherwise they're done.
Sneaky of them to throw in a fucking back-to-back here. Like, so
do other groups have back-to-backs?
Everybody's got a back-to-back.
Okay, yeah.
So like I think
Israel, Poland, by the way, is also second there, and that's like key because the winner of this could end up being third place in this whole thing. So.
Well, I think that's where Slovenia actually has the best break out of this. They play France on the front end of a back-to-back, right? So then their next game is against Belgium, who they should beat Belgium pretty handily. Whereas you have then, like, Poland should also take care of Iceland, but Poland's got a tougher matchup against Israel, I think, and then Israel plays France. Like, that Israel-France back-to-back is going to be tough for both of those teams, I think. So, I don't know. Interesting schedule stuff there, but then France has the easiest game to close, I would say, against Iceland.
So the way the knockout stage works, the better you are, the weaker the team you see, essentially, or at least weaker relative to how they played initially. So this is what it's going to look like, and then from here, like we'll see how it actually shakes out. So I'll throw out an example. Serbia, let's say they win their group, they would be A1. And the fourth place team in Group B, if Serbia wins the group, that's who would play Serbia in the first game in the knockout stage. So let's say this is Montenegro, because actually that's probably who I think it would be. Damn, that's fucked up because Serbia and Montenegro split from each other in the 2000s. They used to be one, but Yugoslavia things happened. Serbia and Montenegro, who literally was one country, they could actually play each other. Montenegro, I don't know if they've beaten them in any of these like major competitions, but I gotta look back. Maybe in qualifying or something. September 6th is when this will start. Tentatively planning on having a preview of the knockout stage games because all the group play games will be done September 4th. So between then and September 6th is a little bit of a break. And then you have the knockout stage games, which begin. That's a Saturday, September 6th. So maybe that Thursday night or something, maybe we can pop on here a week from now and talk about, or not a week from now, a week and a half from now and talk about what's going to happen in the knockout stage. Okay. That's how that would look. So Serbia would be playing Montenegro here, this team play that, and that team over there, so on and so forth. So if you want to say, hey, I think Serbia and Germany are the best two teams, but are they going to play each other too soon? Now, if Serbia and Germany win their group, Serbia would be A1, Germany would be B1. They'd be on opposite sides of the bracket. Yeah. If Germany finishes second, let's say, they'd be on the same side of the bracket. So you would need those two teams, if you predict them, bet money on them to make it to the finals, whatever. If they have exactas by the time this starts, where it's like Serbia and Germany to play in the final, or to beat this team to beat that team in the final, yeah, you need them to both essentially win their group. So maybe the better move is just to bet them to win their group. I don't know, but
I just don't think I think that they're priced in a way right now where it's assuming that they win the group. So like I think that a lot of times they leave these markets up too, like especially after the group stage. So I'm not opposed to just waiting, even if you lose like a little bit in terms of the value. You just don't want to be in a situation where they're on the same side of the bracket. It's not like the NBA where you have the East and the West, and like it doesn't matter what seed they are, they just can't meet until the final. Like here, there's plenty of opportunities for things to go sideways, and then next thing you know, they're facing each other in the quarterfinals.
All right, let's end this with some bets. Bet365, not sponsoring this, but they have a good book. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They do.
So they have a good book. Okay. And in terms of availability, like it's good. Just it's not even legal everywhere, so be careful. Okay. To win outright, this is what it looks like. This is literally every team. As we talked about, some of the better teams, weaker teams, so on and so forth. Serbia is a favorite, plus 130. Germany, France, Greece, Spain, Latvia, Italy, Lithuania, your top 8. Well, Slovenia and Turkey, top 10, if you want to add that, because they're also tied there. Those are all teams plus 2,000 or shorter. I think in terms of teams that could absolutely win this tournament, Serbia, Germany. I don't think France will. I'm not going to say that they can't, though. I think can't is a bridge too far for me, but I will absolutely not be taking any France to win the whole thing action, unless I see them put some things together. Their offenses looked shaky for multiple years at this point in competition, and now they don't even have their best team. Greece, it would kind of have to be Giannis does Giannis shit and the shooters just make shots. Is that enough? Spain has the pedigree. Do they have enough? So, like anything outside of Serbia, Germany would surprise me. The problem is, though, Joe, like that's not how this works. Like the favorites don't always win these tournaments.
No, they don't. I will say, though, I think I'm looking back kind of right now and looking at some of the odds here for team like the champ, and then the MVP is pretty much always from the championship team. So dating back at least to 2011, Spain was just a wagon for like so long, but dating back, I'm going even back down right now to 2009, and we're still seeing the winner, the MVP of the tournament was from that winning team. You should be looking for, like, Serbia is clearly Jokic. There's just like there's no way around it, right?
Yeah. Unless like the only way it's not is if like Bogdanovic or Jovic just go nuts in like the medal games or something like that. But even then, it's like,
but even then, it probably means Jokic has 10 assists at least.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He'll still have like 18, 11, and 10. It's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah. So I think that's where there's a little bit of like some nuance here, right? Because it depends on the book, but like FanDuel has Serbia's plus 115, Jokic's plus 136. Barely a difference. DraftKings has the same odds, like plus 120 and plus 120. So I think it's definitely interesting. I think it's something to keep an eye on. But that could be where there's a little bit of value in betting like a player to win an award.
There's some other interesting markets here, actually. So let's look at this. You have group qualification.
These are brutal.
Like these are just nuts. We're not gonna deep dive on this because we just can't.
I think there are some head-to-heads, like team to go further.
So this is where actually let's look at winners for a group or winning group. This is actually interesting.
Yeah,
winning group, like the group that produces the winner of the tournament. So Group A has the shortest odds here because they have Serbia, but also they have Latvia
and Turkey.
Turkey has talent. Latvia has home court.
There's no reason. I agree with you. Like, I know where you're going with this, and like I would bet. I think Group A is like not a bad bet at plus 110, getting those three teams.
Even money. Yeah.
I mean, Serbia is plus 120. So you're giving up 10 cents to get Latvia and Turkey.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I don't hate that.
The one group where I'm like, no, it's not happening is probably D, which is crazy because they have Luka in France.
Yeah.
But after that, it's like no one else has a shot. Whereas Group A, I have three teams with a shot, and really the favorite, and then I have Latvia and Turkey. With Group B, I have Germany, and I probably really only have one other team because I don't know if Finland, Lithuania, but like I probably only have Germany, but I still Finland is home. How much is that going to matter? Lauri Markkanen ending up like an MVP candidate or all tournament or whatever wouldn't stun me at all. Like Finland is a team that I think could actually gain some momentum, make a run. Like I feel good about them feeding off the home court potentially. And Lithuania, we'll see. But Jonas Valanciunas is a damn good international player. And then Group C has like three real teams in Spain, Greece, and I think Italy. I'll say real for the purposes of like I think Italy can make it to the quarterfinals, and I think that's how you got to look at it. It's like who do you think can make a run? For Serbia, Latvia, and Turkey, I think they could all get to the quarterfinals, and there's a world where they all do. Germany, I think, can get to the quarterfinals. Finland, I think, can get to the quarterfinals. Lithuania, I think, can get to the quarterfinals. That's Group B. I don't feel as good about Lithuania, admittedly. Group C, I think Spain could do it, Greece can do it, Italy can do it. Group D, it's just France and Slovenia. That's it. And you want to talk about if Giannis is out, Greece is in trouble. If something happens to Luka,
that team is so bad.
So
they don't even have Mike Toby this year.
they don't have Goran Dragic, Zoran Dragic. Do they have Zoran Dragic?
Yeah, I don't think they do. Neither of them. Yeah.
Damn, they had somebody. They used to have Anthony Randolph years ago.
They've had some dogs. Yeah, I mean Luka is that good, but like it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. Let's look at another market before we get out of here. Futures. Let's go to all the stat ones. Before we do stats, let's do stage of elimination because I love these. Okay.
You do.
This is great. Finland quarterfinal plus 250. Ooh, that's interesting.
That's a good one. You just assume they're going to get through, but
it's like, okay, I think they'll get to the round of 16, and then it's matchup dependent. The problem with this is, so Finland is in group, as we mentioned, B. Group B teams are going to play Group A teams. So if Finland is 4, you might get Serbia.
Yeah.
So, or you can. Here's the problem with this: you could also get Latvia. You could also get Turkey. If Finland is like 3rd or even 2nd, which, by the way, they could finish 2nd in this group. That's tough.
Yeah.
But quarterfinal plus 250. That caught my attention.
Yeah, it's not crazy. I would say it's not crazy. I personally, I mean, Lauri could just get hot. That could really be what it is. But like, you need a lot of him getting hot.
He's not alone too. They have other dudes.
Yeah, but like, I feel like, I mean,
shouldn't be alone at least.
It's tough. It's tough ass. But I mean, it's plus 250. It's priced that way. It's basically honestly, it's priced for them. Like they should be able to get through the group stage. They're plus 700 to be eliminated there. So you're really getting plus 250 on the money line in the round of 16. I think that's kind of the way you have to look at it. So
250 is a good bet.
Yeah, I don't think it's crazy.
Germany, I think I'm gonna pass on all these. I don't feel the need to have any of these specific tickets for Germany, except maybe winner, right? Like that's the only one. The problem is if they don't win their group, they could run into Serbia sooner.
Yeah.
So like if you want to fade Germany, you actually have a decent chance of doing that. I ain't gonna do it.
I like this one bet that I think I want to hear your thoughts on it because I like these tournament matchup ones.
Yes. Where is this?
So you have they're on there. They're I think they're head to head or something like that. If you scroll up on, it's like matchup something. Scroll up, tournament
matchup. Yep.
Yeah. So I like I like this one. Germany versus France. DraftKings has it. Germany is minus 140, and I think that might be like one of my favorite bets in the entire tournament. Honestly.
The only issue you have is if Germany runs into Serbia sooner than you expect.
Yeah.
Even so, they could probably win that game.
Yeah, like they're not dead in the water. And then honestly, it's a push if they're eliminated in the same stage. So like the soonest Germany could run into Serbia, I think, is the quarterfinals. So you would need France to advance through the quarterfinals then.
Unless
they're like ass, like unless Germany loses like 4 games, like and then it's whatever, like we're dead in the water anyway.
Right? Like, yeah. That's true. I think that's great.
Yeah. So I really like that one, and then I like, I think Serbia versus France. Serbia is minus 250. That's heavily juiced, but I think that's still like
parlay some of these.
Yeah, I think that's still the wrong price.
Ooh, look at this one.
I don't know what is Serbia versus other.
Everyone probably.
Oh, you can bet the field. You get the field against Serbia.
167 minus 167. You get the field. You get Serbia plus 130.
That's interesting. Actually,
that is.
That's interesting. I'm intrigued. Do I want to?
I'm intrigued too. Oh my god.
I'm intrigued.
Even though I think Serbia.
I'm shocked. I didn't think we were going to see that one.
I love the field bets. I typically like the field.
Yeah.
I think Serbia probably wins the whole thing, but man,
I know
the issue is as talented as this tournament is, how much depth do I actually have? How many teams can actually beat Serbia? Germany.
I mean, like I think the thing is
like, end of list question mark.
I guess Turkey maybe.
I could see that going like either way, like dramatically. Like I could see Turkey honestly hanging with them, and I could see Serbia just like you are not ready for this yet. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't think I don't think it's a single player type of thing. I think it's a coaching thing. Like you have to you have to out coach that team.
Pesic,
which is
good luck.
Which is exactly. And I was like, that's not fucking easy to do. Like maybe honestly, like Greece could maybe do it just because you have Giannis. Like you have a guy that can legitimately, you can legitimately go up against Jokic, and
it has to be shooting. It has to be. I think it has to be shooting.
You have to just get hot. I think you need to play with like at a slower pace probably, and you need to get up a lot of threes.
Yeah, it has to be shooting. Like if Finland just goes like 14 of 26 from 3 and Lauri Markkanen has like 30 and whatever, like that's kind of the formula you'd need. Just good luck doing that against Serbia, but
yeah,
it's kind of is what it is. A few others here. Spain minus 125, Latvia minus 112. That's real interesting that Latvia actually has.
I was looking at that one too.
Yeah. Spain, Lithuania, all the Spain ones I'm interested in.
Yeah, because I just don't think that they're like super good, but at the same time, well-coached team, a lot of pedigree in that system. Like they've been there, they're not surprised by this. The moment's never going to feel too big for them, which I think is important.
Sergio Scariolo, who is going to be coaching the team again, is one of the most successful international coaches, basically of all time. Credited with either inventing or popularizing, or both, the Spain pick and roll. Guy's great. There was a report about the Heat being interested in adding him as an assistant. He used to be on the Raptors staff when they won a title, and he ended up going to Real Madrid. Oh. I think he used the Heat as leverage to get more money out of Madrid.
I respect
that. A lot of people seem to like using the Heat as leverage, which is the funniest thing.
Yeah. Oh, Spain, you bet Serbia to reach the final at -135.
Okay, that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Spain, Turkey, Spain, Slovenia, Spain, Lithuania, Spain, Latvia. Which one of those is your favorite way to fade Spain?
Spain, Latvia, Lithuania. Out of those ones at the bottom,
I think it's Turkey for me.
I think it's Turkey. It's got to be Turkey.
I think it's Turkey for me because it's like you get Serbia out of the way. And Latvia too. The problem is the potential matchup, but like I think Turkey could beat most of the teams in Group B, so I kind of don't mind that. And then Spain can run into somebody tough after that. Let's look at leaders, and then we'll get out of here.
All right.
You have team point scorer. Giannis is -5,000 on Greece.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
So, can we talk out Latvia for a sec?
Yeah.
Porzingis is -1,000, but
that is a bet. No, I literally have clicked both Bertans brothers. Honestly, like it's absolutely insane.
If he gets hurt, like
or honestly, I think that's not even the right analysis. It's if they're out, like if they're eliminated. Like, so then, like, if let's say there's a situation where, like, I don't know, shit goes to hell and they're like going to get eliminated from the group stage, I guarantee you the Hawks GM is on the phone being like, do not fucking play him in this game. Like,
that's the least likely scenario, but
like, there's a chance for, like, if there's a blowout one way or the other, he is, I'm sure, going to be the first guy off the court.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Right?
Lithuania. Jonas Valanciunas is not the favorite. Although,
I mean,
Rokas Jokubaitis is
more or less, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. If Jonas Valanciunas is not going to play a ton of minutes.
Yeah.
Turkey, I don't think it has to be Şengün.
No,
but it probably will be.
Yeah, I mean, Cedi Osman at +450 is a pretty good bet.
Shane Larkin too. Shane Larkin as well, I think. Can I throw out Omer Yurtseven at 2,300 if he just like, he's one of these dudes, he can come in, play like 18 minutes and put up like 14 and 10.
I mean,
he just is.
Bona doing some crazy stuff too. Like, is Bona like that crazy? 23-1. I mean, there's a lot of options there. I think that my question would be, I'm not sure like how they're going to run their rotations or
yeah.
You almost need to see.
Can you play Şengün and Yurtseven? I think if anyone's going to try it, it'll be like in Europe, EuroBasket. In the NBA, they'd be too scared to play two bigs at the same time. God forbid.
But there's different rules. I will say this. If you go back to Latvia real quick.
Yeah, I'm here.
And I'm looking at the history for the prep games. Lamaze had games of 27 points versus Lithuania, 17. He was a leader against Lithuania, leader against these fucking ads, man. The leader against Greece, and then against Slovenia. I don't know if he played. I try not to make too much of the prep games, but but it's more just that like he's like Porzingis just shouldn't be favored in the way that he is, I think,
given the injury history, and also like, I mean, if he disappears from a couple games, like whatever, yeah. Germany is always interesting because it's Schroeder versus Franz. I don't really think we love Obst. I don't think it's going to be him.
You need to score so much, yeah.
Sweden, I'd be stunned if it's not Larson at minus 200. So I might even bet that at minus 200 because I'm like, I know it's juice, but like I could take Larson and honestly I could parlay him with like Krejci. Like, yeah.
I would like to dive a little bit more on some of these like teams that I think are gonna maybe get eliminated.
Yeah, what market should I pull up? By the way,
they have top
Jokic 223 Serbia to lead in points.
That's not bad.
Aldama minus 160 Spain. Fontecchio, wow, 700 Italy. Yeah.
Look at when you look at the rest of the team, yeah.
Luka Doncic 6,600. All right, what market do you want me to pull up?
None of those. Maybe like a rebound, top total, or maybe top team blocks or something like that. Like these are always like funky. So I don't know. They're
Thanasis at plus 1,400 though. Like he's a good defender. Like legitimately,
like it's not crazy. To have some of these other guys get some of these stats. So.
I don't think he's gonna do it because Giannis might have a game with 4, and then it's like, what are
like what were we thinking?
Right, yeah. It's Giannis, Giannis could also get hurt, and you don't want that to happen.
No.
Puerto Rico's playing Canada right now, so I'm a little preoccupied. Okay, let's wrap on one other mark. Let's actually wrap on this. Let's go to top point scorer, period. Actually, I might want to hit up a top rebounds and assists.
Yeah.
Laurie at plus 400?
That seems nuts. Like,
that's the one that I'm like, man, I feel like people are going to come away from this being like, yo, I forgot Laurie Markkinen was like awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Laurie at 400 is interesting to me. I'm intrigued by
Jokic at 5-1, I think is wild.
Yes. And I also think if you're going to say, if you go to Serbia and be like, okay, Bogdanovic actually 2-1 I like him over Jokic. I think you should just bet Bogdanovic to just lead in points overall at 1,600.
Yeah,
because Serbia should get the full slate of 9 games in this tournament, 5 from group, and then the round of 16, 8 semi, and then medal game. That's the thing with Lauri Markkinen that makes me nervous. But I think Finland's one of these teams where I'm like, I could see them getting to a medal game, man, like a bronze medal game more specifically. But it just having that run where they have the star, they have a team around that is going to try to shoot, theoretically. They're home also, and I just watched EuroBasket where Angola protected the crib and won that tournament, got their 12th gold medal. And then in the Asia Cup, it didn't mean much because Saudi Arabia was not going to win that tournament, although they did play pretty well when they were there. But Finland, yeah, man, like we saw it last year in the Olympic qualifying tournament. I don't think Puerto Rico wins that if they're not hosting it the way that they played and feed off the crowd. And listen, Puerto Ricans, we're emotional. So we're gonna feed off of shit like that. But if neutral site, I don't know if they beat Lithuania and Italy in that tournament. Maybe. I think they're good enough to, but oh man, that's tough. Anyone else you're interested in here for points leader? Maybe Santi Aldama if you actually like Spain.
Yeah, I think that's not a crazy move. Or like I think you could go at like Chetty Osman's not totally insane. Don't love like a lot of these other options though. For that, I do think that one bet that I would maybe look for here is we've got. I hate this. You're gonna be so mad when I say this.
Rebounds leader is a better market.
So MGM has threes stuff actually, which I've been looking for. They don't have overall, or do they have overall top threes? They do have top threes. Obst is 6-1 for most threes in the tournament. Bertans is 11-1. Schroeder is 28-1. Which I think is a little long. I feel like the Schroeder one is like a little long, honestly. Just because I think he's gonna get up volume. And they're good. Like they're gonna be around. I wish they had Jokic, to be honest with you. That would be I think that would be an interesting poll. But even if you wanted to do Germany, I think like Obst is favored in a way for most threes for Germany that I don't know if he should be. He's minus 325. Schroeder's plus 260 to be just the Germany top 3-point scorer.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we looked at even the Olympics, you could see that that's like not the way that the team is structured. Because like when things break down, Obst is a guy that doesn't dribble the basketball. Like he has to get the ball passed to him. And I think when the NBA guys play with him, he doesn't get as many opportunities to get some of those looks. So that would be something that I would maybe look for here is like the Schroeder top threes is plus 260. I think that's like a decent look there.
To your point, in the Olympics, 6 games, Dennis Schroeder, 18 of 46.
It's a lot of threes.
Put up 46 threes in 6 games.
Yeah.
So you're talking about almost 8 threes a game.
In a 40-minute game.
Making 3 a game in the Olympics. Obst was 10 of 25. 40%. Yeah. Both of them about 40%.
Like Obst was like shooting like below almost his averages. Like in terms of he's such a good 3-point shooter. But I just think that Schroeder gets just this raw volume because he's gonna chuck. Like that's just what he does. So I think plus 260 is a bad line for him to lead Germany in threes.
Isaac Bonga,
6-1,
14 of 24 from 3 in the Olympics.
Yeah, that seems unsustainably good.
Correct. Franz Wagner, by the way, 7 of 35. We know that he's like that will be a stunner.
Yeah,
Schroeder is probably the move. Now, World Cup, 8-game sample. Schroeder was 18 of 55. So he basically put up that's 7 threes a game.
Like he just is shooting threes.
7 threes a game. He made 18. Obst was 17 of 38, so 1 away from him.
Yeah.
Bongo was 9 for 21.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Obst, I'm saying like Obst, I think is a better shooter than Dennis Schroeder, but Schroeder just is. He is in a much better position to get more shots up.
Volume. Yeah. And this is about the amount. I wanted to pull up total rebounds. I think that's a great pull in terms of threes. I wanted to pull up total rebounds also because you have a lot of good, great, elite rebounders in this tournament. Jokic is minus 175. No shit. Giannis is plus 300. I'm mildly intrigued. Şengün is plus 600. I'm not that intrigued. Valanciunas is plus 800. I don't know how far Lithuania is going to go. Luka plus 1100. Hear me out.
Okay.
It's a lot of ifs, but they have to get to a medal game. They can. And then it's essentially like it becomes Luka versus, I would say, Jokic. Germany's not going to have anybody in this, I don't think. That's the other piece of this. Like, I don't think Germany's going to have a single, like, awesome.
It's always a little all over the place with Germany.
Yeah. Like Franz led them and Voigtman in the World Cup, but neither of them got even 7 rebounds a game. And then Daniel Theis had 7 rebounds a game in the Olympics. It's not going to be somebody from Germany.
No.
I don't think it's going to be Şengün too. Like I'd be stunned. He's not that kind of a rebounder. He's a good rebounder, but he's not
good
like
rebounder. But like, yeah.
Like I had to, but he's priced that way because Turkey could go far in the tournament, which I guess makes sense. Markkanen is not gonna like this. To me, is like Jokic, Giannis, Doncic, maybe Valanciunas.
The thing about Jokic is like Serbia is going to play as many games, so you almost need to be in a situation like when you're looking at. I think when you're looking at Giannis and Luka in particular, you're basically like parlaying them to get like to advance further. So I think the way to look at it is arguably if you think that Luka or Giannis could lead the tournament in one of those categories and you want to bet that, you should just bet that they're going to advance to like a certain round at a minimum. Like, and it's like they will qualify for. That's, I think, the better bet, because you're going to get a lot longer odds than like the plus 200, whatever. And like, you still might lose that because Jokic is there, really, at the end of the day. Like, that's really what it is.
I think assists is another interesting market, and we'll actually wrap here. Because we're damn near 90 minutes in.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico and Canada, by the way, Canada's up 6 in the first quarter. In the second quarter, actually, in the America Cup. This is being played for the group, so we'll see what happens here. Actually, by 5, because Puerto Rico just made a free throw. By the way, Jose Alvarado might be the best player in the tournament. We'll see what happens. Okay, assists. Doncic, Jokic, Schroeder. I don't know about Schroeder. Zaggers.
Dude.
Rocas, Costas. What just happened there? Something update. Shane Larkin. Yeah. Stefan Jovic is actually mildly interesting, but it's going to be Jokic if it's going to be somebody on Serbia. Doncic, Jokic. I'm very intrigued by Zaggers if Latvia can go on a run. But I think it's just going to be Doncic or Jokic probably. Schroeder, I don't know if he's going to get enough assists. Franz is going to have the ball a lot too. Franz might even lead the team in usage. So
you might.
Giannis, 28-1.
Not crazy. I just don't know if they're going to make it that far, but 28-1, I'm interested in.
Shane Larkin, 14-1. If they're doing a lot of pick and rolls, I think I'd find that interesting. Okay, let's wrap there.
Who's winning?
Let's actually, yeah.
Who's your bet to win? What's your
let's
top
do that.
3? Like, what's your medal?
Let's do that. Let's do our medal stands. I
think you gotta go to win outright.
Right? Yeah, to win outright. We're here again. I don't want to go full chalk. I'm gonna go, but I am gonna go some chalk. I'll go Serbia to win the whole thing. I just believe. Like, they've been knocking on the door for like a major big win. They got a couple Olympic silvers and Olympic bronze last time, but a couple silvers not that long before that. 2016 with the young Nikola Jokic, they got silver. They got EuroBasket. They didn't. What did they do in EuroBasket last time? I don't think they did that. They got to the medal game. They didn't. EuroBasket 2022, Serbia got eliminated in the. Where the hell are they? Oh, they got eliminated in a round of 16 by Italy. Well, shit.
Got him.
Jokic played, by the way, for people who maybe, Jokic, whatever. See, that's the thing about this too. Like, it's tough. Like, I'm gonna roll with Serbia, but I don't feel awesome about it because favorites don't always win us. But I'm gonna say Serbia won. I respect Germany too much. I'm gonna say them second. I think that's to me the final I want. I think those are the best 2 teams in Europe, legitimately. That's what I want to see as a consumer the most, probably. But I also want like epic runs, and that's why I'm going to take a stab at the bronze medal, and I'm going to say, I'm going to go with Latvia.
Okay.
I wanted to go Turkey. I want to go Finland. I don't think they have enough. I'm gonna take a shot with Latvia. I don't feel awesome about it because Porzingis, but like, man, they were so good without Porzingis in the World Cup. I don't want to say Porzingis is a luxury. That's not fair to him. Zaggers and the Bertans brothers are good. Kurucs is like they. I'm gonna take a shot with Latvia there. It should be France, it should be Spain, it should be Greece, but I'll take a shot with Latvia there. Who do you have?
I think Serbia comes out on top. I think Germany is going to be there.
This is where it gets hard. It's the bronze.
I know. I want to bet on. I love Luka. I want to bet Luka.
Yeah, like to me, if you're asking who I'd bet for bronze, I'll take a shot at Latvia, Slovenia, even Finland, like Turkey. There's so many teams I would take a shot on for bronze.
Yeah. A lot of options here. I think Slovenia, I like it 20-1. Because I think they're mispriced in the group, and I want to fade that like France angle basically. So I'll say Serbia beats Germany in the medal game or in the gold medal game, and then Slovenia versus Turkey. I like Turkey. I think Turkey's pretty good this year.
They're talented, yeah. The knockout stage, by the way, Latvia has it. So
yeah.
That's another reason to potentially like them in this tournament. Okay. we 90 minutes of EuroBasket talk. Where else are you getting that?
Literally nowhere.
In Europe, I'm sure Europe
maybe, yeah, in Europe.
Not in the States because they're worried about their fantasy football drafts. As am I. I got one later this week.
I know.
Maybe another one next week. My brother just texted me a little while ago. I'm going to text him back. He said, I got Lamb. All right. Follow Joe. Catch that podcast. Thank you for watching. I will be back on this channel tomorrow night or early Wednesday, previewing the knockout stage of the AmeriCup. And I can't get enough. Just can't get enough. Just whatever. I don't even give a shit that not that many people are watching. I don't care. I know this is good.
This is great shit.
Like I know this is like I know this is fun. Like this is good. I'm good with it. It's cool. It's great. And also I just love this shit. Okay. We're back on the channel with more very soon. Follow the Catch That Podcast. Follow me. Subscribe. Also, Discord. I will link it in the description. I forgot to do that. I will link it in the description literally right now. Free Discord channel. Trying to build it up. It's very, 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 very new. Just for sports and entertainment. Not that many people in it yet, but we'll get there eventually. So, thank you for watching. Peace, love, all the things, and don't do drugs. Medical marijuana is probably fine, but don't do the hard stuff. I should say. How about that?
Don't kill yourself.
Yeah.